When I was 12 years old, I was feeling very cool about being a teenager. One day during school, I felt sick and my homeroom teacher sent me to the school nurse. After taking my temperature, the nurse told me to lie down while she phoned my mother to come and pick me up. I felt instant relief at the idea of going home, and I dozed off to sleep. When I awoke, I heard my mother's voice. She was talking to the nurse. And she walked into the room and she saw me lying on the bed and she exclaimed, "Oh, my little baby boy." I was so embarrassed. Little baby boy was not who I wanted to be at that moment. Suddenly it dawned on me, my mother is going to take me home. What if my friends see her leading me out to school and putting her arms around me? I'm going to be the laughingstock of my class. All I could see was a long and unbearable future as Mama's boy. "Mom," I whispered before she could say any more, "do you think you could walk ahead of me? Because I don't want my friends to see you taking me home." My mother didn't say a word. She turned and walked to the nurse's office, out the school, and straight to her car. She waited for me to get in and close the door. Then she compassionately asked me how I felt, and she continued to mother me the rest of the way home. When I got home, she made sure I went to bed with the usual remedies. Relieved that I was able to avoid embarrassment and maintain my cool status, I drifted off to sleep in almost perfect peace. That night, my father visited my room to see how I was feeling. "Fine," I told him. Then my father looked at me and said, "Philip, I'm happy you're feeling better. I'd just like to ask you one favor. Don't ever be ashamed to be seen with your mother." No further explanation was needed. As I thought about it, I realized my father was right. There was really no reason for me to ever be ashamed of my mother. I think about Jesus as he hung dying on the cross. His last will and testament was to leave us his mother. Yet how many Christians are taking her into their homes, as John did after Jesus died? No doubt, there is a hunger in our world today for the supernatural. Ultimately, this hunger is our desire for God, which is planted in every human heart. And our secular culture, with its technology and advanced communications, its modern transportation, and its marvels in medicine, has failed to help the hungry heart find God. It's very clear to me that today, in this secular desert, that the soul is thirsting for God. Over 10 years ago, Newsweek magazine wrote, "In this rootless, materialistic, secular world called America, there is a hunger for God." And I believe that the quiet, maternal warmth of Mary is the easiest and most non-threatening road back to the spirituality we're seeking. In this modern spiritual wasteland, Mary is a spring of fresh water. In this flattened landscape that tries to shut off all vestiges of heaven, Mary is the gate of heaven that opens us to God. In his book, Hail Holy Queen, Scott Hahn writes, when it comes to explaining Mary, having a lot of love is more important than having a lot of answers. When we come up lacking, she'll make greater goods out of our deficiencies, as only a mother can do. We should never be embarrassed to acknowledge Mary as our mother.